Cursed Court is a 30-minute game for 2 to 6 players where you play as a group of minor nobles jockeying for power in the courts. Follow your hunches and place the right bids to win. Deploy what influence you have at court in this game of bluffing and risk-taking. There are 9 nobles in Cursed Court, and each has 4 cards in the deck. Each year of Cursed Court has 4 seasons in it. At the start of each year, a card is dealt face down between each player. You can only look at the cards adjacent to you. At the start of each season, a new face-up card is revealed. So at the end of the year, there will be 4 face-up cards along with the cards in between players. Each season, players take turns placing bets about which nobles will be on those cards. After winter, all the face-down cards are revealed, and players score for their bets. After 3 years, the player with the most points wins. At the start of each year, you are dealt a card that you share with the neighbor on your left, and one that you share with the neighbor on your right. This information is secret to everyone else. For a 3-player game, deal 2 cards between each player instead of 1. For a 2-player game, each player gets 2 cards that only they can see. At the end of the year, these secret cards will be revealed and added to the face-up cards. Do the following at the start of each season. First, pass the first wager marker clockwise. For a 2 or 4-player game, skip this step during spring. Next, place a face-up card into the tableau next to the board. Then, each player makes a bet, starting with the player with the first wager marker. A noble region will score points if at least one card with that noble is in the tableau at the end of the year. A set region will score points if all the nobles in that set are in the tableau at the end of the year. You can bet on an empty space by putting your crown on it with a number of coins, or you can bet on an occupied space by putting down at least double the coins that are already there. If you bump someone like this, the crown and coins of that player are returned to them. If the bumped bet had no coins, you must wager at least 1 coin. Since each player has only 20 coins for the year, a wager of 11 coins cannot be doubled and therefore cannot be bumped. You can bump any wager other than your own, even if it was made in a previous season. Once each player has made a bet in a season, players who were bumped make another bet. Any coins returned to them are usable for this. Continue placing bets in turn order until all players have a crown on the board for this season. Once this is done, begin the next season by passing the first wager marker clockwise and playing another face-up card to the tableau. After winter, the year ends. Reveal all face-down cards and add them to the tableau. Remove all crowns and coins that did not score this year to their owners. Then score the remaining crowns. A crown on a noble region earns points for how many copies of that noble appeared in the tableau. 1 copy earns 1 point, 2 copies earns 2 points, 3 copies earns 5 points, and 4 copies earns 8 points. A crown on a set region earns points only if all nobles appear in the tableau at least once. Sets of 3 nobles earn 3 points, and sets of 4 nobles earn 4 points. You cannot earn double points for sets, even if multiple copies of each noble appeared in the tableau. Note that coins do not count for scoring. They are only used to secure bets during the year. Once each player's score markers have been moved, return all crowns and coins to each player and reshuffle all noble cards. Begin another year by dealing the cards out again. After the 3rd year, the player with the most points wins. If there is a tie, play additional years until there is a decisive winner. All players play in the additional year, even if they were not the ones who tied for first place. To start a game of Cursed Court, give each player the components belonging to their color. Decide on a starting player and give them the first wager marker. Shuffle the noble card deck, and you're ready to start your first season. We're Games Explained, and that's how to play Cursed Court.